One of the most powerful skills or attributes you can develop is the ability to communicate well. And communicating well is not about what you want to say, it's about what the other party needs to hear. If you can get your head around that paradigm shift between thinking about what you want to say versus what the other party needs to hear, then your communication will improve immeasurably. How do you know what the other party needs to hear? You listen. You engage with active listening. Active listening and passive listening are two completely different things. Passive listening can be done, and most of it is done, and most of us do it every day in our lives, when we avail of an 8-second recall. In other words, we're able to recall something that was said to us within the previous 8 seconds and recall it and listen then. So you could be preoccupied watching TV or reading a book or whatever, and somebody could be speaking to you and they may accuse you of not listening to them, and you can actually go back 8 seconds and recall. That's passive listening. That's useful, but the problem is if you rely on passive listening all of the time, then you are missing out big time on what's called active listening. Active listening is listening with your eyes. Yes, listening with your eyes. In other words, when you ask somebody, how are you doing? If you only listen to the words, if you only rely on the words, then you're not going to get the full picture. Because if you use your eyes and look at that person's facial expression, look at that person's eyes, it is a completely different experience. That is active listening. So to communicate well, you need to move from a position of what do I want to say to what do they need to hear. And to do that, you're going to need to be a good active listener. And to be a good active listener is to be a good manager, a good communicator, and will be of huge benefit in your business, or indeed for your own self-improvement, self-development. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I would appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.